So, if you know me, you know at least two things about me. I rage, and I hate Activision. And yes, the two go hand in hand. If Rage and Activision made a baby, it would turn out to be like me. And this video is basically only to talk about the Call of Duty branch of Activision, not like the Blizzard stuff, Overwatch, fucking Candy Crush, all that stuff. But I mean, if I played any other games, I'd probably be 6 feet under with worms for cuddle buddies. But you know, Call of Duty multiplayer and Warzone alone have enough issues for me to make a full-on rant about. But instead of ranting and raving incoherently like a US president, I'm going to try and keep this as organized as possible. And if you stay until the end, I will give you my Warzone conspiracy theory. This is definitely going to be more focused on Warzone rather than multiplayer, because at least multi is actually playable most of the time. Even for a free-to-play game, Warzone is an unfinished, terribly optimized, and horrendously run game. I think like 90% of the waning Call of Duty community can agree that COD needs to be a 2 or 3 year release at minimum. Every year they release a new game that is unfinished and broken on launch. It's a different dev studio every year. They change the core mechanics every year. They then combine the newest release with Warzone, which then changes all of Warzone's core mechanics. And every single year, they break the game with a terrible integration. Make a new fucking game at minimum every 2 years and set core standards for all of your devs to follow. We should not have to relearn a new game every single year. Just because Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer and Raven and fucking the other one want to make two completely different styles of games, we should not have to deal with that. It's fucking stupid. Moving on to the next issue that is mainly in Warzone. Cheaters. Is Ricochet even real? I know it worked at one point in Warzone 2, but I'm pretty sure that motherfucker had enough of Activision's bullshit too and just decided to dip out. I'm not even good enough to play in lobbies with the high KD cheaters, but even I know how big of an issue it is. If you're a top level player in Warzone, you're either getting hacked on all game or spam reported and shadow banned. Probably both if we're being honest. And us low level players just get into lobbies with everybody trying to 2-box. So your reward for being good is to get hacked on, because Activision quite literally does not care about the cheating issue that is forcing players to leave. And the punishment for being bad is that you have good players manipulating the game and 1v4ing the bots. And I've 2-boxed before. I can't say it worked for me like it does for a lot of other people. But I've done it before. It's definitely more fun when you do get into easy lobbies. But that's just part of the problem. But honestly, I have the most fun playing in the Warzone Bootcamp game mode. Sometimes you get sweats in there, but for the most part, it's just bots, like actual bots, and players who are either on the same level as me or worse than me. I have to play a fucking game mode that is only half real players and is made for people who just got the game to even feel good about myself. It should never have to be that way. If they're going to keep making SBMM a priority, then they need to make it work like it's supposed to. Invest in more servers to fix your broken ass game, and also just to make the SBMM more balanced. More servers equals more fun. But do you know why they won't release a good product or fix their shitty game? Because of you. Yeah, you. Don't sit there looking all offended. You know what you've done. Stop buying the $20 bundles for skins that you can't even fucking see on yourself while in first person. Why are you paying $20 just for a complete stranger to look at you? You can't see it. It does not benefit you in any way. In fact, they hurt you a lot of the time because they keep coming out with these fucking pink ass, bright ass skins and fucking fire skins that actually look pretty fucking cool. I kind of want to buy that. But it puts you at a disadvantage because in a dark place, it makes you lighter. And then they also release like pay to win skins and shit like fucking Black Rose and stuff. So like I get it if you're going for an advantage, but most of the skins do not benefit you. Stop buying them. You're fucking wasting your goddamn money. And stop buying that goddamn $30 battle pass too. I don't care if it's worth the money because you get a ton of stuff and COD points with it. So it basically just pays for itself. The regular battle pass is just fine. Do what I do and save your COD points from a battle pass to buy the next battle pass. And who am I to be telling you what to do with your money? Well, I'm Gibby, but I'm also the guy who knows that Activision has zero incentive to fix their game as long as they're making billions of dollars because you degenerates keep buying their shitty fucking skins that you can't even fucking see. Nothing will ever change until you hurt their wallets and their investors start to get pissed. That is the only way to create change in a corporation. Stop buying the fucking bundles and black sell. It's bad enough that you pay full price for an unfinished game every year. Now, here's a list for why Warzone is trash. Number 1, way too stacky. Not much that the devs can do to stop this, to be honest. It's more of a player-based thing, but they've created the culture that it's better to hold hands and hide in corners rather than move around the map. There's absolutely no penalty for being a fucking rat. It's just crazy. And then number 2, we have meta weapons. The game is dominated by only a few guns. It's been this way pretty much the entire history of Warzone. They tried to balance them a few times in Warzone 2, and I think they did a pretty decent job of it for the most part. There's always going to be meta guns, but as long as there are a number of guns that are at least viable, that's really all that you can hope for. But I swear, we've had the same exact meta since Warzone 3 released. It's fucking boring. Do better. Alright? Just be better. Be better. Number 3, game is glitchy. Every time I load into a game, I can't see my fucking weapon for the first 30 seconds. The map doesn't like to render for minutes at a time in some lobbies. The game is laggy as balls. And we've had the same fucking issue with getting stuck on the goddamn loadouts since Warzone came out. I can't even count on 5 people's hands how many times I've died because I get stuck on a fucking loadout and can't move for like 3 seconds. Fix that goddamn bug. Actually, it's not even a bug at this point. It might as well just be a feature of the game. Warzone. Do better. Number 4, comms. In every lobby, there's a child who should have been left in a sock saying all these slurs and N-words. They don't get banned for it though. But when I tell somebody to suck my dick and swallow my children, I get an instant warning or ban. If you don't want any bad language, make it consistent. If slurs are okay to use without consequence, then I should be able to tell people that I gave their mother back shots and that I'm about to make it a family tradition. Just be consistent and fix your fucking AI comms. I feel like it's not that hard for a fucking studio of your size to do that. Just fucking fix it, bro. Number 5, the SBMM is trash. Obviously, their analytics tell them to keep SBMM in the game because it somehow creates more revenue for them, but it doesn't work, especially when you solo queue and only get into lobbies with full squads that are all trying to make it onto a fucking esports team. The game is only playable if you're a mega sweat as a solo or you have friends to play the game with. Number 6, the cheaters. We've already discussed this, but fuck you, Activision. Fix your fucking anti-cheat. And number 7, not fun. The game is just not fun. Combine all of these things as well as shit that I didn't even mention, and you get a game that is just not an enjoyable experience for the average player. Warzone is borderline unplayable with all of the issues that it has, and I can't even make it through a multiplayer match without rage quitting. And yeah, in the wise words of my good friend Silva Skata, what? Like, that is a skill issue on my part. But the thousands and thousands of people like me who aren't good, but not terrible, are suffering because we always get put into the higher tier lobbies for the good players to feast on. All the good players, they feast on us, and we don't have anybody to feast on because we're the bottom of the barrel. It is not fun for the average player. Anyways, I think that's it. I'm sure I'll make another one of these at some point because I definitely left a lot of stuff out, like audio. Oh my god, fix your fucking audio. Please, for the love of God, fix your fucking audio. Anywho, please leave a like if you liked the video, and or if you just love to hear me cry about things that don't really matter. Also, don't forget to subscribe to see all my future talks and rants, and comment down below with anything that you disagree with me on so I can argue with you, or anything that you do agree with me on so I can love you. But yeah, I think that's it. Okay, love you, bye. Alright, now that all those nerds are gone, for those of you who are still here, here's my Warzone conspiracy. I think that Activision is trying to kill off Warzone. I don't exactly know why. Maybe they have like a different game that they want to come out with, but it wouldn't be able to survive with, Warzone taking up part of its share or whatever. But it would explain why they absolutely refuse to fix anything or make improvements with this game. Or why they refuse to even make a good and finished game in the first place. Let me know what you think about this theory, and feel free to drop your theories in the comments as well. Okay, love you, bye for real this time. Okay, love you, bye.